Greetings and welcome to this month's Finding Tokens with Moralis Money Live holiday special stream. I'm Phil, your head of research at Moralis, and I'm so excited to bring you this special event. We have some special tips, special ideas, and even a special list of tokens that we're looking at all ready to go for you here today. Now, on top of that, there is even more. If you're not a part of Moralis Money Pro yet, we have the deal of the year for you right now. This is the Santa special and it won't last long. So if you're curious about the tools that we're looking at today, you want to get involved, use them firsthand, and be part of our community, a complete experience with education and help from community members and our staff, then join clicking the link below right now. That said, I'm going to welcome to the stage Coke, a member of our research team, who's going to go over some of the new things that we're looking at here today. He's also going to show us how to find tokens live with Moralis Money here today, like we do each and every month. Coke, how are you doing today? Welcome to the stage.
Welcome, welcome. Doing great as always. Excited for today's stream.
Absolutely. Now, we had that special tidbit for today, and that is our token Christmas wish list. Now, I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek at this right now. And right now, we are going to reveal today's token pick from the Moralis 12 days of crypto Christmas. Now, what this is all about, guys, before I even reveal this is our wish list for tokens that we have identified as having good fundamentals or pumpamentals and that we are wishing will pump this season. We're going to continue to add to this list for our Moralis Money Pro group only all the way through the holiday season. But before we do anything else, let's take a look at that list right now. And here it is. So for the first 2 days, we had Kujira, which we talked about during our exclusive live stream on Monday. Thank you to those of you who joined from our Moralis Money Pro community and were part of that. If not, there is a recording available in Discord. Now, the one for yesterday was Route Protocol, and we shared some steps that you can use to get involved with their testnet incentive program already right now. And today's pick, which is one that Coke brought up, is Pendle. So I'm going to hand it over to Coke. Coke, take it away. Tell us why Pendle is on our crypto Christmas, 12 days of crypto Christmas wish list this year.
Yeah, thank you. With the Pendle, so the idea behind Pendle is tokenize the future yield. So imagine ETH and the ETH yield. And if the yield, for example, goes up, you can lock up this yield. So you can lock up the higher yield if you think this yield is overrated, or you can purchase yield this you think is at the moment underrated. And yeah, think about it as a ETH or a like a apple tree is a principal, and the apples on the tree are yield, and you can tokenize those apples and play around with those apples.
Perfect, perfect. And if you want to see full details on how to use Pendle and how to get involved with it, that is among the educational content that is in the Moralis Money Pro plan. Now, before we spend any more time talking about those special events of the season, let's get into the purpose of this live stream, and that's getting serious with Moralis Money. Now, even if you're seeing this for the very first time, I encourage you to go to moralismoney.com and follow along. Some of the things that we're looking at today are possible even before you subscribe. Of course, that deeper, more rich functionality, that is available to our Moralis Money Pro subscribers, and there's a trial plan available as well if you want to check that out first. At this point, Coke, show us how it's done. How do we get started with Moralis Money, finding tokens during this holiday season and going forward?
I mean, the landing page is already designed to find tokens. It's up in your face. We can see what's going on in the markets. Yeah, this is like the biggest cap coins that we show that are going up and going down. Injective being an insane overperformer last year, just going up. Don't care nothing about anything else and keeps going. And also you can go and on the bottom right corner change the pages. So let's go on page 5. Let's see what's going on here. Different tokens. Actually, I already see some familiar names here. OX, I remember finding with Moralis Money on like day one. And I think, let's see, what's that? Crypto asset governance, of course. Yeah. Again, a month ago, we already found it with Moralis Money, and it's insane. Looks like up only. But yeah, since I didn't have nothing prepared, I think it's perfect for the newcomers. You will find this tool and don't know how to start as well. So let's go together. And I think to find smaller tokens, we can use on the left side tokens on move as well. This is a nice place to come and see what kind of tokens are performing well. And the difference between the top tokens is that here we can already see some smaller tokens like small market cap tokens, some gems maybe hiding Maple protocol. Let's take a look. Really nicely performed. And
Now, if
yeah,
I remember correct, Maple Protocol, was that a DeFi protocol that composes with PancakeSwap, or is it just capitalizing on the theme?
good question. Let's see what is cash management solution, real world assets lending, digital assets lending, availability. All right. I've seen Maple here and there many times popped up. Some people talking about it, but I haven't took deep dive into this coin specifically because yeah,
Looks
you
like it's
can.
available on Base, which is interesting because Base, as we know, is a newly emerging L2 protocol. There's this big L2 narrative that's going to be hitting very hard in this next bull run cycle, the bull run cycle that we're already in right now. And so if you're hearing that for the first time, that you're in a bull run, then you've come to the right place because we're here to equip you with what you need to be able to navigate that. And also, because I forgot to mention it earlier, go ahead and do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe down below so we can pump this DeFi experience on YouTube and get more people involved with this movement, as of course we want to do. And that said, I see that Coke's already pulling up some additional statistics on Maple, and we may have some audit information here too. What are we looking at, Coke?
I just had a check, so it's not based protocol. It's still on ETH, and I
Okay, still on
remembered.
E.
Yeah, I remembered it was on ETH, and it's still ETH. We can see, yeah, basic stats already 61, 62 million market cap, so it's quite low. And since it's a DeFi protocol, let's see if we can have some additional data from DeFi Llama. And yeah, it comes up Maple Finance. And we can see DVL is steadily growing. But
Yeah,
let's
really hit a
take
floor there for a few months, but it does look like it's recovering. That's
exactly.
definitely a good sign. And also a reminder that even when you see a DeFi protocol that is completely on the floor, it doesn't necessarily mean that there isn't a future for it. This is something that we see uniquely in our industry, is stuff basically coming back from zero. But when does that happen? Well, it happens when you have something with a good foundation that hasn't experienced a major issue, but maybe the community just lost faith in favor of something temporarily more interesting. And it's in those situations that we can see a reemergence of the asset and the protocol as a mainstay. Is that what we're seeing right here? Only time will tell, but it looks like a move in that direction for sure. At least a lot better than it was a few months back. Thoughts on that,
Exact.
Coke?
Yeah, and when it's bear market and bear market hits hard, we have to take in consideration what kind of assets are they locking up. So if they are general crypto assets like ETH and other tokens that drop in value as well, of course it's going to take the DVL with them. So if it's denominated in USD, it makes sense. But yeah, Maple seems to be nicely recovering.
Now, is there
And
a way in Moralis Money that we can look for tokens in particular which have gained more buyers recently and maybe like in the past week or month so that we can see, okay, this looks like it may be gaining traction? How would we go about in Moralis Money searching for, tokens that are gaining traction in terms of new buyers?
Exactly. Let's oop, let's go token.
Oh, and you're looking for the Token Explorer link there in
Yes,
purple. Yep,
exactly.
perfect.
That's what I'm looking for. So let's
This
start
is
with
live, folks. Anything can happen.
anything can
So bear
happen.
with us.
So I think let's first all let's we wanna have somewhat new coins, but not the super old ones, not the old cycle ones. So I'll put in 600 and 600 days, and the reason is it's going to cover entire this year, and it's going to cover coins that got launched exactly on the top of the market. So they mostly have only bled down, maybe now performing way better, but they haven't had the first cycle, the insane boom and the bust. So let's include 600 days, and let's cap ourselves with market cap with less than 1 million. The reason the reason is really simple. If you find a coin with 1 million or below and market cap will hit 1 billion, for example, in next 1.5 years, we have 1000x. So let's make our life easier. We want to just hit a couple of good coins, not all the good coins. And let's use our Moralis Money security score, because last streams we have used Dex2 score because we were looking super young coins like 7 days and stuff like that. But today we do something different. We are looking 600 days old, so we can afford to use harsher methods. And let's put it 70 because nobody's perfect. 70 is nice. And maybe to identify coins that are now making a move, going up, let's include that we get some experienced net buyers, like 30 net experienced net buyers in last month, for example. So experienced net buyers are people are who have done more trades than just a couple. They know what they're doing most likely, and they are been in the game in the bear markets some time already. So let's see, do we even have something with this query?
Exciting. We've got a nice list here.
Yeah, we already get something. Let's see. I'm just at the moment glancing. Oh, we have Liquid Protocol. I think it's fairly new coin. It has to be 79 cents only. Let's see. Oh, that's interesting price chart. So as you see, it got launched here when the price was low and it had insane bump right away. But now it's going down. And if we use Fibonacci as well, yeah, it's here. Actually, this is missing one Fibonacci level as a default. So we want to include 0.866 as well. And boom, exactly somewhere near there. And now I think we should actually take a little bit dive into this other stuff as well that we can see. So bubble map has always been a handy tool to see what's the distribution of the token, to make sure that some people don't hold like an insane portion of the token. And here I like what I see. There's no big wallets, all nicely going down. So it passes, in my view, nicely distributed. And let's see the metrics. There are some metrics that may be not the best, but you never know. They may be needed for the system to work properly. But yeah, I in this kind of token, I think let's leave this token as a like homework for the viewers to uh, to check and find out what are they doing. Maybe check out the DVL, go into the Twitter, into the website, see what the documentation is like. November, October, they have some followers already, not super active.
It's a good research use case for sure, like a good opportunity for us to evaluate a brand new protocol.
Yeah.
Notice that the branding is pretty similar to stuff we've seen before. And that can be
Yes.
both good and bad. It can be good because it's familiar and kind of helps to instill trust. It can be bad because sometimes those are cash grabs. And you do want to find out, where are these tokens going? Who are they allocated to? And what is the value proposition for holding them? Do I gain any kind of governance rights within the protocol or something similar? And all that stuff is very important. Here we've got some documentation. So, yes, I encourage each of the viewers here to use this as an example in evaluating it and then compare it to something like a MakerDAO or
Some
like an
established.
Aave, some established protocol within Ethereum for reference. And that's usually a good way to go about it. Now, I
Yeah.
see that there's a question in the chat about a specific token. Now, it's a relatively low cap one, but if you don't mind us giving our honest opinion on what we think about it when we look it up, we're happy to take a look. I'm going to pull this up on the screen here. They said that they invested in Solarium when the market cap dropped to 250K. So just a couple points about any assets which have that low of a market cap, they are going to behave differently than established assets. And when I say established assets, I mean established crypto assets. You've got established assets like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Matic, BNB. All of these have widespread value throughout multiple blockchains. And as a result, they are much more stable in terms of the price. Doesn't mean we don't see still big crashes in them, but nothing compared to what you can potentially see with a very low cap, especially something under $1 million. Now, the upside potential there could also be very strong, but consider the fact that it may be difficult with these small caps, even during a big pump, to liquidate your entire supply. And that has to do with liquidity thresholds and other things, which we can view on chain and get an idea of with Moralis Money. But you never know what that's going to look like later when you go to close your position. You're always making an estimate about that. So make sure that you're using good practices when doing that. And if you want additional advice or details on how you should be cautious with these protocols, that's what we're for. That's what we're here for in the Moralis Money Pro plan with different educational resources. Now, that said, with that disclaimer and warning out of the way, let's take a look at this low cap coin and see what we really think.
So yeah, it's fairly new, launched in December, and if we look, the buy pressure is going up, but the net experienced buyers are leaving. But yeah, you can tell it from the chart as well, actually, that it's downwards, and they are leaving this project. There is some tax included. We have to verify. I think we have to verify just in case multiple places to make sure that the tax is correct. So I clicked on the text tools, and let's see what does the other. No, it's correct. So for me, I'm always like a little bit put off when the tax is 6%, or any percentage. This means that the product is not capable maybe to generate their own revenues. So in that sense, they're just taking money from buyers and sellers, and this is a little bit off-putting for me. Let's see what else we can see. Otherwise, yeah, not that bad when it comes. So let's check the Twitter. Usually from Twitter handle, you can see what's the entire purpose of the coin. The Solana trading bot with native EVM SVM bridge. Okay, so it's some kind of trading bot. Interesting. With trading bots, it's usually quite simple how they make money, not with taxes, but usually revenue share when people use the bot. And like we have a famous bot called Unibot, we have famous bot called Banana Gun Bot, and they share the revenue with the people who use the bot. So that's they are actually quite established and well built products. So Okay, development and marketing. I mean, if they gave all the tokens for LP and it was a fair launch and they didn't leave any tokens themselves, then I can understand this. And maybe in the future they can change the DAX, but in a grand scheme of things, I don't like having this high DAX. So not much about the tokenomics, to be honest. Here we see the contract,
It
and
could be that the high tax is part of what's causing issues for the protocol. This is something that Coke and I went back and forth on quite a bit when we were designing the Moralis security score, and we were trying to figure out like how bad is this, and our final conclusion was it's very bad because you don't have this mechanism in any other ownership asset. There's no situation in the stock market
yeah,
where you're buying a stock and you're immediately giving cash to the entity as a fee in the process. It's unheard of. And to introduce that in crypto introduces a new paradigm that I'm not sure is an established standard. In fact, I'm not sure that it should be. I think it makes a lot more sense for the organization to transparently keep some of the funds for themselves, say that they have the full intention of spending those funds for development, and then allow that to be transparently seen on chain. This talk of on-chain transparency leads me into another question that I see listed here, and somebody said, "What do you think about Jesus token?" Now, I did some research on Jesus token, and I shared that directly with our Moralis Money Pro community as soon as I finished my research, and my conclusion was while the attempt of the protocol or the project was to seem very generous and honest, I was able to uncover some deception. And the deception had to do mostly with the token burn. And here's why I say that. The token burn is announced within the documentation and given an exact number. I was able to identify almost that exact amount of tokens within a single address where they hadn't moved for over 6 months. If that's the case, that you've got one wallet with the entire burn balance in it and it hasn't moved for 6 months, then when does the burn happen? Does the burn happen on the day they finally move those tokens? Or did the burn happen 6 months ago when they were transferred there and never moved since? In either case, there's no reason to believe and no evidence of a mechanism that's buying tokens from the market in order to change the supply. The supply mechanics were introduced at launch and therefore unaffected by the burn. It seems a little deceptive and it kept me from wanting to touch the token at all. Now, that doesn't mean that some people won't see appreciation from it. They may, but fundamentally, it was a pass for me for that reason.
yeah, that's interesting. Or they are just setting up this wallet to future rug pull, for example. That's the reason why it's a little bit shady. But here, actually, when I read here, so as I understand, 92% actually went for liquidity, and 8% was airdropped for influencers. This is a little bit concerning. I mean, if you want to be if you want to take your project seriously, I see so many red flags already. First of all, DAX. So they didn't keep any tokens for themselves to build on for themselves to fund the project. Now I see that they have 8% for influencers. Some red flags are starting to pick up, and when I saw empty pages as well, and it's not looking that great, to be honest. So phase four just caught my eye right away. 5,000 holders. What kind of like a roadmap or a goal is this? You should be focusing on something on bot, some functionality that you get working on a bot, not just this arbitrary holders uh, goals or something. Okay, revenue sharing. As I told you, it's really common for the pots to share revenue. So basically, you have to stake the tokens that takes supply away, and if the bot does good, everybody's happy. Let's see what's going on here. So 60% fees. Okay, 60% goes fees. It's quite a high number, not that bad actually. Yeah. I mean the it's generic, not bad generic. Most
And
likely
guys,
just
this is where a lot of times you need to decide for yourself
yeah.
how much each of these parameters matters to you. You might be okay with a 1% tax on all trades. And if you are, then there are certainly assets which have mooned tremendously, even with tax mechanics included. And some of them are very well known from the past few months. I think, what was it? Harry Potter Shiba Sonic Inu or whatever it was, Obama Sonic Inu. That one had a sell and buy tax in it, but it didn't keep it from mooning. So I don't want to be I don't or we, I should say we don't want to be the guy who tells you not to buy things right before they moon either. But no, if you're buying something with these strange elements to the tech, that should adjust your strategy around them, or it certainly would in my case. Now, that said, we are nearing the end of this stream. This is always a short stream, guys, where we really only take about 30 minutes to get into Moralis Money publicly, because the real wealth of content is for you guys in the
In
pro plan.
Discord.
And yeah, and I look forward to talking to you guys about that more. I saw a question about stars. That's the asset that powers star names, which is a domain name protocol over on Cosmos. I'm happy to talk about that in the Discord. I'm not going to talk about that here right now because we're out of time. So bring that up to me in the Discord and we can continue discussion on it. That said, a very, very happy holidays. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everybody in the stream today. I hope that you can take advantage of this offer while it lasts. It won't be here much longer. So hit that link below and join us today. 7-day money back guarantee, zero risk, guys. So if you're on the fence, just click that button, join us, and let us prove to you that it's worth it to you, because I know that it is, and I know you're going to have a wonderful experience within that community as we prepare together for life-changing gains going forward. It's all about learning more together and becoming better as a group as we embrace the movements that are taking place all around us in this exciting new arena. Coke, did you have anything else for our viewers today before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to see if people join our community. There's a backlog of videos you can like next 7 days, day and night. You can just binge watch on Mr. Phil giving some perfect bull run course advice. You can binge watch our private Monday streams where we speak about our tokens. As you saw, Phil showed the Miracle Christmas list, where was Gujira, Root, and Pendle. And usually in the Discord streams, we speak about the tokens as well. So we gave an overview about Gujira, what is Gujira doing, and what's the underlying product with the Gujira. So that's it from my end. And thank you for watching.
Beautiful. Well, thank you, Coke, for joining us, and thank you to every single one of you for being part of this stream this month. It was a wonderful holiday stream, and we'll look forward to seeing all of you next month for our January start of the year stream, where we'll be looking at more tokens live on Moralis Money. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see everybody next time.
Bye, guys.